Number three, and yeah, really annoying that I have to do this as a separate video. That was not my intention at all, but my camera just stopped because the battery was at 2%. And which is really odd because I charged it last night, but anyhow, yeah, I can't help it. It is what it is. So let's quickly get on with your reading. Your cards for your essence, we have Rose and Peach. And Rose, this is your essence, so at a very high level, right? It's a soul level. Maybe these are, or either one of these colors is your aura color, or otherwise it's just your essence. It's higher up than the higher self, which we are going to look at in a minute as well. But this is higher up. This is your true essence, who you are. And you might not be able to completely tune into that or live that right now, but that's fine. I think that's the case for many people. But as you get further in life, you might be able to actually draw the qualities of these colors and the energies into you and connect to them. And Rose, of course, is about love, kindness, love, and romance. And so I think you are a very loving person. And for some reason, I do feel you have been hurt in this. In love, in romance, in romantic love. Also other love, by the way, not just romantic love, but maybe not even so much this life, but I feel past lives that you have been hurt quite a lot in that sense. And it doesn't mean that you were betrayed or whatever, although that is possible, but you can also be hurt in love, in that aspect, in your heart, in that energy. If, for instance, you would have loved to get married and have a partner, have a husband, wife, have children and live that kind of life, but you were sent into a nunnery in a past life. That kind of stuff happened, and you didn't have that choice at all. It was decided for you. Or you were married off, right, in an arranged marriage. That happened a lot as well in the past. And a beautiful young girl having to marry some geezer, possibly even older, that you didn't even like, didn't know, and there was no love. And that also hurts that aspect in us, the heart, the heart chakra. And yeah. So, but in essence, you are a very kind, loving soul. And you have a lot to offer in that sense. I actually feel my own heart chakra open as I'm talking about this. And you are deep. Because, well, look at the spiral here that you can see, right? It actually goes that way. So going deep within, in yourself, I think maybe you have done a lot of work in that sense on yourself. So you are able to actually give love and without needing anything in return. Most people can't do that. For many, well, that sounds so harsh, right, and judgmental. But let's say for many people that's difficult. They oftentimes we subconsciously give in order to get something back, even just subconsciously, right? But you are able to do that. You are able to give from the heart purely without expecting anything back, but also able to receive. And that is an absolute beautiful skill to have. A skill is not skill, ability. Let me put it that way. And so you are deep as well in that aspect. You've gone deep. You've been through a lot, likely. And I'm talking about not just this life, but also past lives. That comes up for you very strongly. But you are a very loving, warm, kind soul. And with the peach, yeah, I'm just looking at that candle. I'm thinking of scent, smell. Maybe you are very sensitive to that. like maybe like scented candles or essential oils or perfumes, and then more the natural kind of stuff, not the chemical perfumes and things. Uh, that's not part of the card originally, but that just comes up, so I'm just passing that on. um, this can also be used, this color, because this is not about peaches, the fruit, this is about the color, right? It can also be very helpful to let go of stress and to relax your body. And especially the lungs, it can bring healing. And it can dissolve all hardness, all things that hardened in the body, in the cells, and maybe because of the pain that you sustained in especially past lives concerning the heart and romantic love and love in general, being loved and cared for, etc. So this can help heal that, bring healing on that, and relaxation. And old emotions that haven't been worked through, that we hang on to, often can be found in the lungs, and this can also be very helpful for the lungs in that sense, for the chest area and the lungs. So maybe if you do have a problem with that, it might help you to work with that color. Or if you're into scents, oils, etc., maybe that as well. And if you have a feeling of not that you're going around in circles, that you're hitting a glass ceiling, you can't move any further, that's what the color peach is helpful for as well. You do have that ability in you to deal with issues and to soften and relax, and because this is this color part of your essence, right? Is who you are. And that also means you have this ability naturally, if you can tune into it, tap into it, to break through that feeling of I can't get any further, I'm stuck. You have that strength. But it's again, this is at a higher level, so maybe you're not able to fully tune into it yet, but you can still use the colors, right? Color therapy is very powerful. Now we're going to look at the color of your higher self. We have indigo, and now you could think of indigo children, but I do not get that vibe with you. Not really. But indigo, the color indigo, and these are color therapy cards, is also about intuition, paranormal abilities, psychic abilities, and creative expression. And also with the other cards, I feel that with this as well, that for some reason I get a sense that you are not completely in tune, in sync, aligned with what you actually came to do here this life, and that is what you should do. And for that, you can also, if that resonates and you find that difficult, you can also use this color again, right? If you have feelings of I can't go any further and I'm stuck and I'm hitting a glass ceiling, then you can use that color peach to break through that, because you can. But it's also, indigo can also be helpful, the color indigo, because it can bring you clarity, it can give you a vision, help you develop a vision so you can move further and you can get back on track. Because I really feel that with the cards that you sort of got off track in that sense, or you don't know yet that energy. And let's first look at your animal cards, the messages of that. We have panda. This is again very much a high love energy, very balanced energy as well, because the panda is black and white, like yin and yang, right? So balancing the masculine and the feminine. And maybe that is really important for you to do, because if you're only just soft and gentle and loving and kind, well, then you can also get hurt easier, right? So you also need the inner masculine strength to be able to make decisions like, okay, this is not good for me, or this person isn't good for me, and I'm going to walk away from this. I don't want this. I don't like this. This is right. This doesn't serve me. Or any kind of other, just the inner strength as well. Balance between inner masculine and feminine is very important, whether you're male or female. And this is just a really high love energy, the panda, because they come from the Pleiades. That's why the blue rose is here. So we have again a rose, right? Oh, it's just a blue rose because the color of the Pleiades is blue. And to demonstrate, the masculine and feminine energy in a panda, how strong that is. They are so cute and cuddly and all that stuff, but if they are threatened, they are really, really ferocious. They a force to be reckoned with. And on the other hand side, they have a very strong developed maternal instinct, because a tiny little baby panda is really tiny, and they don't have hair, they are pink, and they're blind. So they also have a very strong maternal instinct to protect and care for their offspring. So they have that balanced in them, the masculine and the feminine. And the shark is really very interesting because, most of us probably have watched Jaws too many times. And it's like sharks are creepy, scary, they eat people and all that stuff. And okay, there are some sharks that do indeed attack, are aggressive, but most sharks do not. And they actually have a very beautiful ascension service task on the planet to keep the balance in the oceans, and to also sharks are actually the army that protects the wisdom of the dolphins, what the dolphins come to bring here, which is wisdom, but also joyful energy and so on. There's a lot to dolphins as well. And what it says as well is like lead reading glasses problem as a powerful, peaceful warrior. And let me see if there is another message in the book that is important. Let's see. You are called on to strengthen and discipline yourself, claim your power, and act as a wise, calm influence for the highest good of all. To do this effectively, you'll need to develop all 5 senses to tune in to the needs of those around you. Like sharks, they also have developed all the senses. Because you are strong, sensitive, and important, you may have sacrificed yourself in some way for the common good. But there we go again, right? That's what I was talking about with the rose. That I feel somehow hurt in the heart, especially. Yeah. So your guidance is to examine examine your life and decide what brings you satisfaction. Bring more of these things into your life so that your wise leadership is founded on a feeling of personal contentment. So for that, in order to do that, you need to know what it is you want. You need to break through any barriers and feelings and thoughts of like, I'm stuck, I'm hitting a ceiling, I can't go further, for which you can use indigo or the peach. It just really all comes together. And I'm gonna go to your other card. Righty, your message from your higher self. We have, to begin with, transformation. I am joyously centered and safe, as wonderful changes occur around me. And in order to have a transformation, you indeed need to be able to free yourself from any blocks and hindrances, and you also need to have the clarity to know what it is exactly that you want to be, do, have, manifest, right? Which is what indigo was helpful for, and it also came up with the shark, the message to do what you came to do, to be that leader, and so on. And you may not be able to do that just yet in the way you have been living up till this point, but that's why you need to go through that transformation, so you can also come from a pure heart, from pure love and kindness, warmth, while at the same time having inner strength, because you also then love yourself, right? So you can also then say no to other people. And then power. I'm radiant, glorious, powerful being. So that's how you will feel when you are doing what you came here to do, and when you have gone through your transformation. And it can be that you have gone through transformations before. Oftentimes this is not just a thing that happens once in a lifetime. Often we go through more than one transformation as we grow and evolve and get wiser and ready for more and new and higher. And and maybe you lost belief as well in yourself because of the hurt in the heart chakra of what happened romantically as well, or mostly, because I feel a lot was in the romantic arena, that you might have lost this belief in yourself that you are this powerful being, that you have all this potential, and maybe that's what this transformation is all about, just getting back in there, in that vibe, and joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. And then you can breathe again, you can live again. And that breathing just reminds me of the message with the peach, that could help with the lungs to heal, like I said, old emotions from past lives as well, oftentimes can be held in the lungs. And then you can't breathe properly either. You may not even notice, or you do have problems with your lungs, that's possible. But when you get here, when you can be joyful because you're doing what you came here to do, you feel free and you can live in your heart again, then you can also breathe differently. Your chest opens up, and just like your heart, when your heart opens up, it's also like your chest opens up. And I think lungs are connected to the heart chakra. Yeah. So that will make sense then. Now we're going to look at your last card. Okay, your last card, the unicorn card. Divine potential. There you have it again. Fulfill your destiny, be all you can be. So again, that message that you are very likely currently not really living the life you came here to live. And this is a card of destiny. Before you build a house, an architect draws up a blueprint of the best possible building that can be constructed in the space and conditions available. In exactly the same way, your higher self, guides and overlighting archangel draw up a blueprint of the greatest potential for your incarnation, and that blueprint is then held by your guardian angel and deposited in your earth star chakra, which is about 30 centimeters beneath you, below your feet. And when you receive this card, you are advised to look carefully at your life. It suggests there are gifts, talents, and aspects of yourself still to be explored or activating. Are you doing the best you can? Are you living a little life when your divine plan is to live a big one? Do you have hidden depths to plumb? Are there any areas of your life that you could develop? Do you have special qualities waiting to emerge? It is time to explore your hopes, dreams, and visions. Again, the visions with the indigo as well, right? What would you love to do in your life? What excites you? Your guidance is to expand your consciousness. The plan for your life may be bigger than you realized. When a caterpillar feels the call, it builds a cocoon around itself. And then I'm reading that. Yeah, I wasn't going to read the whole message, but where is it? Then we are straight back at transformation. Caterpillar in a cocoon and a butterfly transformation. Yeah, so that comes up again. So yeah, in the same way, a metamorphosis is taking place within you now. So yeah, this is what I have for you. Like I said, a very loving, kind soul, but you've been hurt, and because of you, that being such a kind soul, so it's important that you develop your inner masculine and feminine, that they're balanced, and step into your in your blueprint, right? Start living your blueprint, what you came to do here, this life. Don't postpone it, don't fear it, just go for it and take baby steps if need be. So I hope that resonated with you, and I'm actually quite surprised myself with what came up. And I think it's a beautiful reading. Let's finish off by putting the rose there as well. And I'm gonna thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon, I hope. Bye.